So some of you have expressed to me that you barely feel like you're even getting a workout when you're doing MAF training or Zone 2 training, and that begs the question, do you really need a reduced mileage week? How's it going, runners? My name is Justin Thompson. I'm your average running PT. I help the average runner achieve their own personal elite status. If that's something you guys are into, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell so you guys know when the next video comes out. So the question is, if you guys really feel like you're not even getting a workout when you're doing MAF style training or Zone 2 training or any kind of low heart rate training, then is it necessary to take a reduced mileage week every 4 to 6 weeks in order to let your body recover? And the truth is, probably not. But I'm going to tell you guys why I think it's beneficial to go ahead and do that, and why I am currently in the middle of a reduced mileage week right now. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my Garmin just so that you guys can see where I'm at in my training. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm showing you guys my screen for this week right now, and I've only done 3 runs this week. So this is obviously a reduced mileage week. I'm at 14.6 miles for the entire week. That's not a lot of mileage. And if I go back to the previous week, I was really only at 26.9, 27 miles for last week. And before that, I was, go back into it. And before that, I was at 25 and a half. Before that, I was at 23.1. And before that, 22.4. So you can see I was gradually building myself up over time, and then eventually got to the point where I was ready to take a down week. Now remember, right now I'm doing primarily easy running with 1 day a week of harder, more anaerobic type work. And that makes me wonder, do I really need to take this down week in order to keep myself going throughout my training? And the answer, as far as like letting the body recover, is probably no. I really don't think that I needed this week to reduce the mileage in order to let my body heal. However, I still think it's important to take a rest week every now and then to allow your mind to heal. And what in the world do you mean by that? It sounds a little woo-woo to me. And because I know myself, and I know that if I try and go a long time doing one thing without taking a break and just continue to try and up, then I know that I can be susceptible to burnout. And I don't want to burn out doing something that I love. I really enjoy running, and I don't want it to be a chore to walk out that door every day. And it hasn't been, not one bit. But I know that based on past experience, I can get there. So what I wanted to do was kind of nip that in the bud right now and make sure that I wasn't going to go too far to the point where I was like, man, I just don't even want to get up and walk out the door anymore. So that's the reason that I take this down week. Now I realize that a lot of people, they need that morning run in order to get into a routine, and I think that that's totally fine. And to not do that run and to not continue to improve over time is something that that really messes with their mind. So this is not by any means something that I think everybody needs to do. I don't think every single person needs to take a down week, but I do think that it's beneficial still to think about it in terms of like the long term. And that's another reason that I do this, is because not only is it a burnout prevention strategy, but I do know that as I continue to build mileage, it still puts a little bit more stress on the body. Now I know I'm not running a ton of miles right now. I only got up to 27 miles last week, and now I dropped it down to under 15 for this week. So I know that many of you are running significantly greater mileage than I am, but it's something that I still feel like I need to do to allow my body to rest. And because I'm thinking so long term right now, I'm thinking about at the end of this year, at the end of 2020. So right now it's August 16th, and which means I still have 3.5 months until the end of this year. That's what I'm looking at to give my first like big effort. Now, obviously, I've got the Seek Your Elite 5K coming up, which if you guys haven't signed up for that, go ahead and go to the Google Drive down in the link below, and then type your name in there. And then when we get to that week of the Seek Your Elite 5K, which is next week, so that'll be August 24th to August 29th is when you can put your name in and do your time for that. But that for me is just a time trial. It's not my main event kind of a race, because a lot of us don't have a main event kind of a race right now just because of the pandemic and everything that's going on. So I'm thinking so far long term. I'm thinking 3.5 months down the road. So I just want to make sure that I'm staying as healthy as possible and allowing my body to heal. Even though the stresses that I'm putting on it are pretty low, I still think it's important to take that rest week just for the mind and in general for the body to heal. Now let me know if you guys like the shorter format of this video. I tend to do longer, between 10 and 15 minute videos, but if you guys like more of like quick tips, something between 2 and 5 minutes, then let me know about that. Tell me in the comments below, do you like this kind of shorter form video, or do you always prefer the longer form stuff where I get a little bit more detailed? And again, sign up in the Google Drive down below if you plan on participating in the Seek Your Elite 5K to see if you can win some free merch. You can watch the video in the end cards to learn more information about that. So head on out there, seek your elite, God bless, and I'll see you guys next time.